Hi, I'm Tim Peterson. I'm going to go over one movement, one stretch, one exercise that you can do to help prepare you for jiu-jitsu, especially if you happen to work at a desk or sit in a chair for extended periods of time. Okay, so it's called the couch stretch, and it looks like this. Now what I'm looking to get into is a position where my knee is bent and flush against a wall, and then I'm going to start putting my hip, my shoulder blades, and the back of my head against that wall. Okay? You may start off at first having your hand on the ground or bent forward, especially if you feel it in the front of your calf or your quad. But by doing this and pushing off the wall with your foot, you start to open up that front hip flexor. A lot of times if you sit in an office chair for a while, this is starting to get impinged because your knee is coming towards your chest and you're staying there for long periods of time. But if you can just spend a couple minutes in this stretch, whether it's before you go train, if you have space in your office, or if you are getting on an airplane before and afterward, looking really weird in the airport doing this is super helpful for keeping your hip nice and mobile. I'm keeping my other leg so that my knee is opened up, trying to get my whole upper body against the wall. And then from here, I'm just going to slowly move in this position. I'm not trying to stay still, but I want to create small micro movement inside of this position to let my nervous system kind of wake up to these areas and start releasing the soft tissue. Okay? If you feel this in one particular area, say the front of the hip or down by the bottom of your quad, and that's like this specific spot that's a lot more uncomfortable than the others, what you can do is flex that muscle as hard as you can, contract, 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 and then relax, and those tissues will be easier to open up. If you're having trouble figuring out how to flex those muscles, let's say it's the hip flexor, you can take your hand, put it there, and by having your hand on that, it makes it easier for the rest of your nervous system to organize around this specific area. So now I'm pushing off the wall with this back foot, then relax, and I can sink deeper and deeper into the stretch. So if there was only one thing you could do before you went into training, 1 or 2 minutes a day on that will make a tremendous difference in jiu-jitsu. If you want more videos, please click below to subscribe. If you want to dive in deeper, you can click here to get a free video seminar I did of one of my favorite sequences from standing to submission. And if you have any questions or anything you want to see, please leave it in the comments below.